I've struggled with my own mental health throughout all of this, and it's a little bit scary just because of the mental health issues in my family. Like I've said before, I always considered myself like the most quote unquote normal person. I mean, we all struggle with our mental health. We're all like on different ends of the spectrum, and it does get better or worse depending on what's going on in your life. So, I mean, this whole struggle to find medication management, like I like my psych doctor a lot. He is good. I can talk to him, but that doesn't happen overnight, and it takes a while to get to know people. So, like him telling me like don't just stop things, call in, talk to me, and then me actually doing that once and getting a positive response from him, that like builds our relationship. Oh, there's my water. Butters is licking a cat can. Anyway, let me get a drink. Anyways, so I'll sum this up real quick. For over 2 years, I've been cycling like bipolar. Like every month, almost like a period, I have weeks where I'm very depressed. I have a couple days that I'm like unable to sleep. And then, you're still expected to be productive and have a job and interact with family and do all of that. And really, you just want to crawl up in bed. And some days you struggle to get out of bed. And I don't know. Like, I know I've got to get out of bed and do something. I got to take the first step. I have to pick up the first piece of garbage and throw it away, per se. And my therapist, they both have been great. Like, I primarily just see one now, but back when this was all going on, I saw a guy first, and then he passed me over to the girl because he felt she did like EMDR and he thought maybe that would be helpful. So now I still just see the girl. But stuff that he has said to me, it's all in my head. Like, I know you have to take the first step. And I've never been the type of person that believes you just take a pill and you feel better. Like, you have to work at it. It's not, but you get to be 40 years old and you go through your life. And yes, I can say I've been depressed or down or not as productive, but not like this. And now I'm 44. This all started when I was like 40, I would say. And at first you're like, plus I have another chronic condition. I have MS. So I'm like, is it my MS? Is that's what's making me tired? Which really, maybe it was depression, like the bipolar depression part. So I've gotten to the point where like I've figured it out. I probably do have bipolar. I think it was probably brought on by the end of a relationship that I was in for 13 years. And then my son, I'm not blaming my son, but kids, they get to be teenagers. There's more stress. The relationship changes. You're dealing with all of that. So I think all of this, like a big whirlwind, has caused this. And I'm okay with that. But it's like, can I really handle one more thing? Like, I have MS. I had a kid that died. Like, I know in my heart there's always someone out there that has it worse or has been through more. But it's like, come on, God, give me a break. So I'm like, I totally can do this bipolar thing. And I start going to the gym and working out and I feel great and I'm good for 10 weeks. And then I like wear myself out by traveling to Harrisburg and I come home and I'm in bed again. So, I mean, I've worked on the right meds. I'm trying a mood stabilizer. I tried Lamictal rash. Tried Abilify, nada. Tried Seroquel rash. So I'm down. We're doing like the cheap, older bipolar meds first because I have insurance, but it doesn't always pay everything, and I don't want like $100 copay or anything crazy like that. So this time we tried Lamictal, and I've been on it a week. I've heard wonderful things about it. I've read horrible things about it. So, I'm trying to keep an open mind. I'm hoping that some of the positive changes I've seen are from it. But I don't know. It's like it's scary, and then it's like if this doesn't work, what's next? So I'm not gonna think it's not gonna work. I'm gonna stay positive, and I'm gonna hope that it works, and that life will carry on. Also wanted to share, got my infusion. My immune system is low for 6 weeks. So a week ago or so, maybe a little less than a week, I wake up. I've never had cold sores in my life. I wake up with a cold sore that turns into a monster. And literally, it was like the grossest thing I've ever seen. It was like oozing pus, um, and dried and crusty, and it just made me want to throw up. So it does still look gross, but it's all kind of drying up now. So that's nice to have that over with. It wipes my immune system out for 6 weeks. So my theory is that somehow I probably got the virus and my body couldn't fight it off. And so that's why I have it. And everybody's like, did you go to the doctor? Did you get something? And I'm like, no, I'm just going to let it go. I want to make my weak immune system stronger. I'm going to introduce it to herpes and, whatever weird viruses I get. So that's kind of my mental health update. Um, I just want to say that I have so much compassion for anybody that has any kind of a diagnosis. Like, I totally get it. Like, so many people suffer and suffer silently, and there's no, like, you're depressed or anxious. Like, okay, maybe I seem like I don't have energy, or, my leg shakes or my hand shake or whatever, but you don't see that diagnosis like you do when someone doesn't have a leg. Like, and I don't want to say that that's a bad thing. I think it is what it is, but you got to remember you don't know what people are going through, and you've never been in that situation before, and you need to have compassion and like tread through life lightly. Like, I don't know. I know what it's like to struggle to find a med doctor. I know what it's like to deal with the insurance company. And sometimes you're just not mentally in a place where you can. And you still have to keep going. Even just taking meds. Like, I took one med my whole entire life. I'm on like 6 now. And I'm not used to that. And sometimes I just can't take the meds. Like, I wake up and it's 4 o'clock and I think, shit, I haven't taken my meds. So I don't know. It's like a balance. So I just want to say, and thank God I've never, I'll shake it so bad. Thank God I've never, like, I've definitely had feelings of low self-worth and bad self-esteem, depression, but I've never not, I've never wanted to act out on harming myself. And I just want to tell people, if you do ever have like thoughts and want to act out, to please, please, please reach out for help. Whatever it is, call someone, because you're here for a reason. Like, your life is a journey, and there are people in your life that will miss you. Sometimes I look at my life and I'm like, nobody would miss me. And then I think, yeah, a couple would. And then I think my dog would fucking miss me. So think about your dog and how, like, you're kind of your pet's whole world. So that's my little thing for the day. If you're struggling, reach out for help. That's all. Thank you.